subscribe. Today we're gonna make this chunky, non-perfect wood pumpkin. A little bit of farmhouse culture going on here. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some 3/4 inch exterior plywood and we're gonna just free draw what we want our pumpkin to be. So I'm just gonna draw out the pumpkin and kind of have him flat on the bottom. And then I'm gonna draw a nice thick chunky stem. And just kind of go around until I get the shape I want. Well, now I gone and did it. Look at that, I made myself a trap. All right. Relax. I am not a professional. We're just gonna go for a little cut fairy. Okay, our pumpkin might look a little special right now, but I promise you, he's gonna be cute. He's a big guy. He's a big fella. He's a little chubby, a little chunky. I think most good people are. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, this is just some wainscot pine siding, so I like to use that for some texture. I also like to use, these are ripped pieces of barn board scraps, and this is actually the lip of the barn board. Like to include that because it adds another dimension. And then I start digging from my piles. I find some little barn board goodness. That's a good one. Oh yeah, look at that one. Nice little gray patina. You can't fake this patina, folks. You can't. I mean, this is the real deal. Oh yeah, piece of palette. Okay, here's some goodness for you. Check out. Should be faint. Don't need it. Have I mentioned the Lumber Cart 3000? First project I ever made. Holds a lot of lumber. It's actually so full I can't get it out of its current location. Okay, so now we're gonna start to place our boards roughly, and we're gonna look for, like for instance, this board, like the longest that we could need it would be about there. So we're just gonna chop that down a little bit to make it more usable, more user friendly. And ladies, you know, you should marry for love, but you should also marry if there's a barn, nice sized barn that you can use, and if the man comes with tools. Okay, this saw I stole. I did buy the stand for the saw, however. My other hand tools I have bought for myself so that I can own them, and when they disappear off my bench, then I could be like the stereotypical husband about the wife stealing tools, and instead it's my husband stealing my tools. And I know right now you're thinking, man, that is one nice workbench. I wish I had one like that. Well, you know what? This whole workbench right here, she cost me $3. So you can just take your little envy and think about that. And then we're going to pick a piece, sometimes a funky wider piece with a lot of character. Holy patina. Would you look at that, Bad Larry? Oh, we got some nails though, Clark. And a scary spider. I just killed it with my own hands. I'm just saying. Ugh. Now this was not an Anna pick because I would have taken the nails out of it already. Not a problem. For a lesser person that might be a problem, but not for the Bernista. We'll just put that in our old pile of nail nickels. Rusty gold nickels. squish that spider with my bare hand. Just so you know. Okay, so now we're trying to determine, I mean, would you, holy, that's some nice freaking patina right there. We're gonna want a fairly straight edge though, so we can marry it next to the old board. So I'm kind of digging it right about there. Right about here. So again, we can snap a little off of that. And it doesn't matter if those are perfect cuts there, ladies and gents, because A, if you're looking for something to be perfect, you've came to the wrong place. Sorry. We're just gonna work through this, we're gonna talk it out, and we're gonna make this pumpkin happen. And we're gonna end up with this nice, chunky, happy pumpkin when we're all done. It's gonna be the happiest pumpkin this side of wherever Clark Griswold said it was. Alright, well, I kind of like that colorage. Vocabulary with the Barney stuff. Okay, do you got wood that's just not quite straight? Look at this bad Larry. It split off. But that's okay, you say, because we got a straight edge here. We're gonna use that straight edge and we're gonna put this on a curve. We're gonna cut it out. It's all good. Now that we've got, no, I want to take a little bit more off of that one. That was a bad cut. Earlier was a bad cut. Now I'm wasting. I'm wasting like 4 inches. But I'm gonna find something to put this in. Don't you worry. Okay, so now I'm gonna sand them a little bit. Get some 80 grit sandpaper out. I actually like this non-slip by 3M. 3M, if you'd like to pay me, sure. I'll tell them all day, all day long. I guess I already told them for free, so you'd be kind of silly to pay me. But these sponges, you know, I use them for a while and then I save them, and then I use them as my little blocks. And then we're just gonna hit some of these a little bit, just to knock off the rough, knock off a little bit of dirt, bring out a little patina. This is good for anger regression. Alright, now we've got a real special looking pumpkin. See, this is why I don't put tools away, because if you don't put them away, then you don't have to get them back out again. I'll get them. Don't you worry. With stem, I'm gonna get the top of the stem so I can go in and get the V out. There he is. All right, now let's see. What might you be wanting? Maybe you want him to be able to stand on his own. Be independent. Be an independent pumpkin. Since this is a fairly big pumpkin, I'm gonna do 3. And I'm really not gonna put any science behind it, kids. I'm just gonna put them out there. If we're being honest, and I feel like we're in a safe place so we can be honest here, I stole this from my husband's workbench because I left mine in the house and I'm too lazy to walk back across the yard and get mine. So, I stole this. Now, I'm just gonna go out on a limb, and if you're like a really exact type of craftsman person, you're not gonna enjoy watching this. This is actually gonna be painful for you. So, This is the type of work that drives my husband to drink. I'm gonna mark where I want the bracket to go. Then I'm gonna layer back down. Then I'm gonna put the bracket up there. I'm gonna drill the bad layer in. Have it flush with the bottom. See, did you hear that power? That's what I like about it. I love that power. It just like screws in. There's no tiptoeing around with the impact. You're gonna get it done. You're getting the job done. You got one pumpkin. Stands up. Some color with it. Let's just do a pop of color. A little pop of color. Get a dry brush. I actually really like these cheapo, really cheap brushes. It's really hard for me to not grab the teal or the turquoise. But I don't. I'm gonna grab it. I can't help myself. It's agave. Agave. We're just gonna take I'm just gonna get like a tiny bit on our brush. And then we're just gonna, just real quick. If you're a Bob Ross fan, we're gonna make a happy pumpkin. No, maybe I'll do some white on the wainscoting. It's really not nice to have wainscoting and not have it painted. Man, strong mother got that one. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna put a little bit of white on the wainscoting. Oh yeah, it's coming alive now. And we're going all in. All in. And you want streaks in it. You want it to look worn. And you know, I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of gray while the paint is white or is wet. Put some dollops on there. Give it some worn looking. Now, I'm gonna go back to white. And we're going to smear that around. See what happens? We're smearing. I'm gonna take some 120 sandpaper. We got a chunky, non-perfect pumpkin. You know, I hope I've illustrated that it doesn't have to be perfect. Life's not perfect. Pumpkins aren't perfect. But gosh darn, he's cute, right? Yeah, we're done. We got 10 digits. Jesus first, safety second. Look, we're all together still. If you enjoyed this video, please like, give me a comment, help me out, help the girl out, subscribe. If you would like the PDF version of this lovely broadcast today, brought to you by the letter B for Barnista, link will be below. Thanks.